Hello, friend, and welcome. I am celebrating 5 days of radiation in the bag. I am done. I have the weekend off. Yes. I'm so happy about this. And the funny thing is that the treatment themselves are the same each time, but the amount of time it takes to get in there and get settled in position and get aligned with all of the different measurements they take and go through the different treatments and then get out of there. I was in and out in 15 minutes today. I mean, the first time, I think Monday, it was 45 minutes, and today it was 15 minutes. Yes. So this is becoming less disruptive of my life. I still haven't quite figured out how to get home in a reasonable time because it takes me about, well, today I got behind a couple of slow pokes, so I was glad I left when I did. It takes me about 40 minutes to get there, and then it was 15 minutes to be there and have the treatment. And then I was doing great until I decided to stop at a thrift store. How do you like my new vest? Um, and then And then I decided to see if Xavier and the guy who's helping him today were free for lunch. And so we went and had lunch. And now I am home with a full stomach and curled up in my chair. I've got the heating pad that I can turn on here in a little bit and just get nice and cozy. The dog is inside and she's curled up on the bed having another nap. It's a rainy, kind of cold, overcast day here. So this is a good day to catch up on some of that seminary reading, I think, or something. I don't know. Maybe even watch a movie. How decadent. But yeah, it's taking less time to get through the treatment. And yeah, which is fantastic. I think because of chemo and how kind of um, because when you have chemo, there's the possibility that you could be leaving chemo on the surfaces where you are, and that it's really not good for other people to be around you. Not to mention the period during chemo when your immune system is particularly low. So I got pretty isolated during chemo, and I think maybe that's part of the reason why I'm really kind of enjoying stopping at thrift stores and stuff on the way home. I don't know. But anyway, um, yeah, yesterday I was tired. I don't feel too bad right now, but it's still early in the day. I get to a point in the day when I'm just kind of, my body's like, done. So, yeah, I think that's probably a pretty normal part of the process. And it seems like the more I am trying to actually think and make sense, the later in the day, the harder it is. So, if you were looking for advice, plan everything that matters in the morning. And also, I'm kind of surprised to find that I actually like having chemo at around 11:30 because it gives me the chance to get some things done first. Not chemo, radiation, and then get home after that. But it really doesn't matter. It's all just going to be fine. So let's see. Today I got a nice full belly from lunch. I got just a little achiness happening, which could also be, weather, just kind of weather stuff. Um, but I'm not uncomfortable. Over the last few days, I have felt like the site where they're radiating has maybe swollen a little bit. So I'm not, I don't really quite know. I mean, I guess if I would have really paid attention, I could have like done all kinds of measurements before I went in, and then I would have a baseline. So if you want to track things like that, if you really want to geek out on that level, this is certainly the time to do it. Um, but I don't feel. I feel like I've had a little bit of headache here and there. Nothing major, not a migraine. I've had some tiredness here and there. And again, I think that's one of the reasons why it's good to just kind of get out and gently walk through a thrift store or just, through the neighborhood or whatever. It's good to be moving. Um, but on a day like today when it's overcast and all of that, I'm just really happy to be right here. So, The other thing I'm reminding myself today is that um, you know how when you're reprogramming your brain, you have to replace an old belief with a new one. And one of the ways that we do that is through using a mantra or a repetitive phrase to try to reprogram the lie that we've been believing with a better truth. And so it's good to repeat those things again and again so the brain can kind of catch up with this new framework. And so um, one of the things that I did while I was on the table today was just remind myself I'm in the light. I am in the light. I am here in the capsule of light. I'm breathing in heaven, and it's true what they say about once you're kind of in the groove of it and once you kind of know the position and it doesn't take you long to get in position and all of that. It is a much less scary. So, yeah, just being able to walk in, hit the spot, hit the mark, get into position quickly, get in and get out. That's really good. And I think, yeah, next week will even go better. Maybe, I don't know what the limit is. I think maybe 15 minutes is about the limit on, because literally I was walking through, I sat down, the volunteer came and got me, I changed, I was in, I was out. And when I came out, some of the people that were sitting there in the waiting room when I came were still there. So, but this was me too. I mean, it wasn't that long ago that I was waiting for chemo and was seeing the radiation people come in and out, in and out so quick. They were in and out before I'd even gotten in. So, yeah, it's pretty quick. And it's not that the treatment is shrinking, it's that the setup and the getting into position and all of that, you kind of know the drill and it just takes less time to hit your mark. And so, yeah, it gets better. It gets better. So if you cherry picked this video to watch out of all of them, well done. It gets better. It does. It gets better. But it is good to remind yourself and to keep reminding yourself of the truth. And that is, I'm in the light. I'm breathing in heaven. I am, the scripture says the word is a lamp unto my feet and a light unto my path. And the light for me right now is treatment. And so that is the place I'm in. I'm walking out the path that God has for me. This is the light that I have. This is I know that I'm healed and I am walking out that healing. And this is the path. So, yeah, your path may be different than mine, and that is absolutely fine. I am just really clear that this is where I need to be right now, and that it's a good spot. Now, on the way there, I pulled out YouTube on my little cell phone, and I was listening to Stephen Furtick on the way there, and on the way back, I was listening to TD Jakes. You guys, it's fun. It's just fun to hear people who are so good at the storytelling. Because there's a rich wealth of storytelling in the text. So much fun. And it's good, I think, also just to if you have any anxiety about going into radiation or any kind of life event where you go into an appointment that you really don't want to do, just put your brain someplace else. Just focus elsewhere. Don't allow yourself to be on a rumination kind of, just change the channel when you're in that anxiety loop. So yeah, these are all things that have been really helpful for me. So yes, lovely to see you again. I'm not seeing you. It doesn't really work that way, but yeah, I wish I could. Anyway, thank you for hanging out with me for, oh my goodness, I always go on longer than I think it's going to be. I mean, how long does it possibly take to say? I was in and out in 15 minutes and it went well. Anyway, I guess I'm repeating myself a lot. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate it.